Here's a video of Lemmy to get this video started off, because why not? And this is probably one of the longest scripts I've ever written for a video, so it's going to take some time to upload it. Maybe Tuesday or maybe Monday evening, I'm not sure, but enjoy anyway. So here we are about a month and a half into the Illymation drama, and I think it's at the point where both content creators are just looking down in a numb state of mind, while the fans basically fight like crazed Karens doing last-minute Christmas shopping at the mall. We have mass flagging, which is really bad, but we also have doxing people now, which is astronomically bad. Both sides of this argument are a bunch of bums who entertain themselves by igniting bigger shitstorms. Others are the assholes that seem to grow bigger and pucker so much you're just waiting for it to suck you in with the force of a black hole. And then you have people who agree on common ground from both sides, but nobody talks about these people because the drama is not juicy enough then. Well, what if they do? And I'm here to say that as one of those people. Well, so let's take a look at both sides of the argument as someone who has bodily insecurities and was bullied to the point of checking into Limbo Hotel for an early retirement in my life. Let's see the faults of both creators and where their arguments and opinions may differ, but also come to an understanding and agreement. Beginning with the argument of food is food. No good food or bad food, just food. This is plain dumb, and I'll tell you why. There is a tremendous difference between a steamed carrot and a double deep fried smash burger. Many people have different metabolisms. Some burn through the calories like it's nothing and they don't have to work out throughout the day. That's some people. Others store it, but they can also lose it pretty quick from a very physical job or having plenty of physical activity throughout the day, or they have self-control. And others have really difficult times losing weight to a slow metabolism or lacking enough physical activity with a terrible diet. I, for one, am someone with a very slow metabolism, and I tend to store more than burn it. I also share a similar job to what Illy does. She makes animations with a lot of sitting down and a lot of computer work, so it's not a whole lot of physicality to it. I, for one, am in graphics. I do the same thing for 8 hours a day, making graphics on the computer, whilst taking the necessary means to get up and walk around so my ass doesn't feel like loose gelatin. So I make sure that the minimum amount of physical activity is 3 times a week, heavy weight training early in the morning, and maybe a period of 45 minutes of cardio at the end of the day. That's enough for me. It also counteracts like the need for snacking and everything. Another thing that counteracts the need for like the snack or anything like that is bottles of water. Drink a lot of fucking water. You won't want to eat anything throughout the day. You'll wait for dinner time to come around and then chow down on something. So that helps. Illy has a similar job, but also claims to work out maybe 1 time a week, 45 minutes, and train extra hard. 1 time a week is not enough for the human body to be able to burn a lot of calories, despite watching what you eat and despite the calorie deficit that you start putting onto yourself. You need at least a lot of physical activity to maintain a healthy weight. So her not seeing a change in her weight loss is due to still inactivity. And it doesn't mean you have to go to a gym. There's plenty of bodyweight calisthenics that I like to do if I don't have time to go to the gym. Plenty of bodyweight stuff and really push yourself with it, you know. Get that blood flowing, the juices flowing, and you may have a clearer head and also like writer's rash as well. It gets rid of that. As for her point at the end of her video that there is no inherently good food or bad food, this is not really diving deep enough. If you eat something like a Big Mac, or how about 2 Big Macs, burgers that are 1,000 calories a piece, they're saturated in fats and grease. And I know damn well I'm not going to burn all those calories from sitting around creating graphics for 8 hours. So you need physical activity to burn through that stuff. Clicking and pointing and drawing is not enough. So heavyweight training in the morning 3 times a week, and also some heavy cardio and calisthenics at the end of the day. That's what helps me maintain my weight. Let's talk about bodily appearance, because I have my own insecurities and they're kind of similar to hers. I have to Photoshop people sometimes, and it's a job requirement. Even if the person in the photo is not inherently bad looking, they want loose hairs gone away, they want blemishes and freckles gone, they want the face to be slim, they want the neck to be trimmer, they want the boobs to be bigger, and they want the asses to be fatter, and the hips to be tiny as fuck. Photoshop has all these tools to make these appearances work. Magazines lie, don't ever fucking trust them. But anyway, in terms of my bodily insecurities, I have huge legs and wide hips. They're the number one thing on me to grow first. Even if I weight train and do cardio for my upper body, it is difficult to build any width up here, and all the width goes down there. I can't help my genetics, but I wear things I'm comfortable enough to combat this and make myself look proportionate. You could say Think Before You Sleep's video was harsh on the dress Illy picked for herself, but for someone who complains 50% of the time about your own appearance in your videos, it's hard to not want to give some friendly advice. And TBYS did that, just albeit slightly harshly. But if I wore something that brought out my fattest of fucking ass, I would ask either my friends or my family to be honest with me, and they will be, harsh or soft. Friends don't keep things from other friends, okay? Then they're not bad. Then they're terrible people.
Squishy part under my chin that stuck out when I smiled. But most of all, I hated the way I looked because I knew I was the heaviest weight I had ever been in my entire life.
Alyssa talks down about her appearance a lot in her videos. This is despite having decent features like strawberry blonde hair, blue eyes, and vibrant skin. She could easily be considered attractive by most people if she just stopped wearing those grandma glasses, picked better clothes, learned how to style her hair instead of always leaving it flat to her head with maximum forehead showing, and watched some makeup tutorials. Now, it's kind of hard to see what she's talking about when it comes to the dress, so let's Google an actual photo of that dress, and holy shit, that is bad. Why did she think this would look good? Whoever animated this scene did not do that dress justice. The purpose of good fashion is to highlight your good features and downplay your bad features. You do this by using different shapes and colors to draw people's attention towards what you want them to look at. If my upper body looks better than my lower body, I can easily draw attention to my upper body by wearing brighter colors on top and darker colors on my leg.
See, that was criticism. Harsh, but it was criticism. It was honestly advice. If you don't like the way you look in that dress, get a different dress. It's simple as that. I hate the way my fucking glasses are bent, but I need them to see. She complains that she didn't lose a pound despite being physically active, though she said she only did this once a week. If you are physically active only 1 time a week, you're not going to see the results you want, and maybe it's time to be more active. I know being an animator requires a lot of time sitting down, so maybe add some early morning workouts and really push yourself with it. You don't always have to go to a gym. There's also combating lazy snacking. I love chips and Twinkies as much as the next person, but I always look for the serving size and limit myself on calories and what I eat throughout the day. If I want a snack, it's low-fat yogurt now and trail mix. You know, something that is not inherently completely saturated in fats, but is full of good fats, but also something that fills me up and satisfies me throughout the day. Her argument that there isn't inherently good food or bad food usually depends on the person. People with fast metabolisms can burn through those calories even if they do nothing, while others will store the extra energy that isn't used, leading to fat storage. If you know that you're somebody with a slow metabolism and you continue to snack on junk throughout the day and don't limit yourself, you can find more fat being stored around your body, and that's going to dissatisfy you with weight loss even if you're physically active. As for degrading herself on her own appearance, TBYS actually says she has nice features. Like seriously, her fans are shrieking for no inherent reason other than blind loyalty, meaning that they won't even give the opposition the benefit of the doubt or decide for themselves. Now let's talk about Illy's shithead friend Dylan. You know, the one who gave her a completely biased rundown of the video itself. I, for one, can say this dude is neither a friend nor an acquaintance who cares. He created this whole drama and ignited it even further, all for the benefit of himself. Evidently by how he even described the video to Illy, basically affirming her own insecure opinions about her body, while claiming, "I didn't say that, this creep said that." He then proceeded to incite the cyber attacks further than respect Illy's wishes for it to go away, whereas Illy, you could say, made a blind mistake, and he encouraged that mistake even more and ignited a bigger shitstorm. And through all this, he's gained quite a bit of attention for himself. This is not someone who is a friend. This is a user who only talks to someone to benefit for his own gain. He should be ashamed of himself, but I don't think he even has any shame at all. Now we have doxing and 2 completely separate opinions where the middle of it is silence beyond the obvious and screaming simpletons among both fan bases, who apparently have more power over the people who have fans of either creator but will have common ground to agree on. overall, I think the people with middle ground here should be the loudest ones, especially with drama like this. And maybe there wouldn't be so much of a toxic environment if they were a little louder. I say this as an Illy fan and as a TBYS fan. Let the middle be the loud ones and not the screaming lunatics. The screaming lunatics are the ones causing more and more harm to this, where it's not necessary at all. So that's it for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this, and if you agree with me, you know, you could like this video. If you don't agree with me, you could dislike it and maybe leave me a comment down below, and I'll be happy to debate friendly with you in the comments. I'm probably going to get a lot of hate for this, and honestly, I'm at the point where I don't give a shit. If the people who usually send hate are people that just don't agree and don't want to look at the bigger picture, and are people who are quick to jump to conclusions before even getting about 30 seconds into a video. So that's all for now. Thank you guys for watching. Leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and sub to my Patreon if you want to support me. And that's all. Have a nice day.